There we go. Hey guys.
Hey man.
Hello everyone.
We are live. Yes.
Yes, we are live. Yes,
Jesus,
sir.
there's a lot of people in the chat also. That's great.
All right.
Let me check.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Eastlyn. Hey, Eastlyn. She'll
Let's
be
get
back here.
Don't go away.
Okay. Alec Horowitz. Welcome, sir.
Yeah, Alec, how you doing?
So, Death in the Comics, huh? Yep, that's the topic. And let me see. Edith is here. Welcome.
Hi, Edith.
Edith, hi. Edith.
All right. Cool. All right. And how are Roland and Marinus?
Roland,
busy, but very fine. I had a good week at work. Right now, this weekend, I'm participating on a workshop with Zach Retz. He's a concept artist, and he worked on Scooby-Doo, Into the Spider-Verse, the Invincible series, a lot of those projects. So it's really interesting, really inspiring as well.
That's great.
Cool.
What works best? So it doesn't matter.
And we have 58 Undergrounds here. Welcome, sir.
Hey.
Excellent. Hello. And Marinus, is your kitchen finished?
Nah, I called the kitchen thing, and they say it's hard to come by, when it comes to parts. So it's 80% done, but it's waiting and waiting and waiting and more waiting. So it's gonna take a while. But hey, in the meantime, I can do other stuff at home. So
like live streams.
Yeah, maybe you should stop. Bye.
So Roland requested, or he proposed last time that we did a little section where we had our own news item.
Okay.
Or no, just if there's a news thing that happened this week, we can and if it's interesting or we want to talk about it, maybe we can address it and say a thing about it. For example, which kind of has a connection to the topic today, is that I read an article that Ben Reilly of the Spider-Man character is coming back into the Spider-Man series, and I think he's actually taking over the main lead. I don't know. I'm not following Spider-Man anymore, but I thought he's taking over for Peter Parker. But then again, Ben Reilly is dead, right? And he was evaporated. So how did he come back? I think he came back with the second Jekyll story, with when the Jekyll was creating all his old enemies and loved ones. I don't know if it's explained there, but probably was not that good explanation that I can remember, because I do have the story. But I think it's just stupid. Ben Reilly was this legend because he died in the Spider-Man.
Yeah, I like Ben Reilly. He was a great character on himself. Yeah.
and then you have this new creative team. Yeah.
Hello, Pops. By the way, hello.
Hey, Pops.
Okay.
And they want to release this new Amazing Spider-Man series tri-monthly, so 3 times a month, right? Why do they?
Yeah, that's not the first time they did it. They did it many times before. You had several series. You had the Spectacular Spider-Man, the Peter Parker series, and then a third title. At the same time, it was
30 titles. Yeah, but that's not uncommon. But this is Amazing Spider-Man. It's one of those series, and they release that 3 times a month. And I only think, that's not good for the quality. And we know that the quality of the Marvel comics isn't good particularly anyway these days. So why do this? Why not bring it, release it every month then you can, place emphasis on the quality, because Marvel really, really, really needs to improve their quality. So take time for those stories. But then again, they launch this new creative team with Ben Reilly as the main Spider-Man now. And if I read the article where they say that they are going to introduce new foes, redefine classic villains, then I'm getting worried, and make us rethink the whole. Yeah, big flag, and then rethink the whole concept of Spider-Man. I'm out. I don't want to hear those things. I was already out, but now we were further out.
Well, do you know who's the at this point? Spider-Man is batting a villain, with some kind of a creepy mask and those insects on his shoulders. And people thought it was Harry Osborn. But spoiler. Yeah, Kindred. Yeah, it seems. Could be wrong, but I heard that's... Speaking of people coming from the dead, it's Gwen Stacy.
But
let's go to the topic today. Talking about that.
Yeah, this is perfectly the topic, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But why?
Look, I'm not really into Spider-Man. I'm not really into mainstream comics of the last 5 years anyway. So I thought that Spider-Gwen was Gwen Stacy.
No, that's a younger universe. Gwen Stacy from another universe.
All right.
Yeah.
God. Yeah, all these Spider-Man you see nowadays, they are from a different universe. Some
Dr. Ino's here. Welcome, Dr. Ino.
Hey, Dr. Ino, how you doing?
But there is some good news. I don't know if you saw the Sony PlayStation release or hype video, and I'm getting excited again to play some games. They announced the Spider-Man 2 PlayStation game, and we know we all had our thoughts about Venom being overused, but I was so happy with the first Spider-Man game, and they really tackled the story and the characters very well. So I have a lot of confidence that they will tackle Venom in that game perfectly. So I'm really excited to play that game, and I'm curious about the storyline and about Venom as well.
Okay. But regarding the return of Ben Reilly, that entire initial story was pretty confusing. First he was a clone, then he was the real one. Anyway, they bring him back now, and I wonder.
He was already brought back basically a year ago, 2 years ago.
Okay. So now he's picking up the mantle of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And my question is then, what extra story can they possibly tell that can't be told with Peter Parker or Miles Morales? They already have 2 Spider-Man. What's the point?
Yeah.
And they have the Scarlet Spider as well. Or is he dead? I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, is he Kane again?
Ben Reilly did return, and he became a threat or an enemy to Peter Parker because he took over the mantle of the Jackal, referring to the storyline you were talking about earlier, Dave. And now I don't know what he's doing in the Spider-Man comics. I mean, come on.
Well,
I love Ben Reilly. It's absolutely my favorite character, but I'm worried. I'm really worried about how they will write him. Like if they wrote him like two years ago, I'm not going to pick up any book.
The problem is there is way too many spider people running around. We have dozens of Spider Women or Spider Girls. We have all the alternative versions of Spider-Man with the Spider-Verse. You know, all those. You know, oh, we have a Japanese Spider-Man. Oh, we have an I don't know which Spider-Man, Spider-Ham. There's too many Britain Spider-Man from England. Just come on. I mean, it diminishes the character Spider-Man. It's the same with all the Wolverines,
Yeah.
And then we have all the Hulks. We have all the Batmans. Wolverines, yeah. I mean, well, with the Batman, I tolerate a little bit more because there's a story behind it all. But I don't know, man. Everybody has with Superman, with dozens of Superboys. We have Connor Kent. We have his son. Is it his real son? I don't know. He's now possibly gay, and we have. I don't know, man. Two clones or something.
Yeah, and what do all these characters have in common? All these characters that have a dozen clones or other versions, they have. Yeah, these are the most popular characters. So every month they have to make new stories, and the characters that are used for the most stories will eventually get the most side characters and clones and alternative versions.
Yeah.
You don't see this from the Blue Beetle, for instance. You don't see a gazillion Blue Beetles. It's
no
one cares.
It's just two.
I also lost the count how many Supergirls there are because I like the character Supergirl.
Oh yeah, so God.
But then you had I don't know. Yeah, Power Girl's a kind of Supergirl, right? I don't know.
Yeah. Yes and no. Yeah. Well, she's her own character, and she has a lot of backlore. So, and that's also already an established character. But then, you have the protoplasm Supergirl. We have the original Kara Zor-El. Then she is being reimagined, rebooted. I don't know, redefined many times.
Yeah.
Then we have a Superwoman, but there's also a lot of versions of that as well. We have the Superwoman of the I forgot the evil version of the Justice League. I forgot the name.
Things will only get worse because if you're in this world, you hear multiverse quite a lot, and even more and more and more because Marvel, the universe of the cinematic universe is ramping up to the multiverse. There's already a Doctor Strange movie coming up. You have these what if stories now in the MCU, so you'll hear a lot of multiverse theme, and I am sure the comics will likely copy the movies or want to go into where the movies are going. It will only get worse. And if Marvel doing that, it will be popular. DC will be doing that, which they are already doing with their Flash series, I believe, their Arrowverse. I'm kind of already bored with multiverse, and we didn't even start yet.
Yeah, you know why they do that? You know why they do that with all the multiverse thing? Because they are scared to touch on the original one, and they use the multiverse one. Hey, we have now a Black Captain America or a Spanish. I don't know.
It's just lazy. Yeah, it's lazy.
Because
multiverse it's just a way for lazy writers to introduce clones and I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Let me say hi to Dean.
Hey,
welcome, Dean. And Alex said, reminds me of when Superman died in the 90s, and while he was there, they had all these different Supermen. Yeah.
Yeah. You had to, I still thought it was very stupid at that time. I don't think I was the only one.
But
yeah,
but
I don't
but when
know.
Superman died, everyone knew that he would be coming back.
Yeah,
We all knew it.
yeah. Superman is too
And
big
he
for
wouldn't
Karen.
stay there.
But it was a brilliant move at the time. It sold many, many copies.
Yeah.
And when it comes to the Superman, I think they pulled it off real good because you from the beginning you noticed, hey, well, we have Steel. He isn't Superman, you know. And then we have wait a minute, there were 3 or 4 characters I forgot. We have the clone Superboy, and we have the Eradicator.
Yeah.
We have Steel. Did I forgot someone?
Yeah. You had 4. I forgot the
4.
4th one.
What was the 4 of us? I forgot. So the
I forgot.
Eradicator,
Yeah.
Superboy. The
You had Steel and another
Superboy, Cyborg Superman. The
Cyborg. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
Let me see.
I'm coming back in a second. Just give me a second.
Dean says there is 3 Supergirls that I know of. Right. Alex says Linda Danvers is my favorite one.
Yeah, yeah.
And he also says that we should have a movie version of Spider-Man
Oh yeah.
2099, and Dean would watch that. Yeah,
Yeah. Absolutely.
that's a crazy cool costume, man. 2099
I
costume.
was as soon as I unlocked it in the PlayStation game, I was only playing 2009.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah,
Same here.
And I saw I love to collect figures, superhero figures. You see some there behind me.
Mhm.
And that company released or is going to release a 2099 version. It looks amazing, and it's expensive. So I don't know if I'm going to buy it, but it looks amazing.
Well, with all the money you can save now from not buying comics, you can save up for these statues.
That is true. That is true. Or I just sell a few statues and buy new ones.
Yeah, but that's a good one. Yeah, of death in comics, I think the Superman one is one of the most well known.
Yeah.
Yeah, also because we all knew it was a marketing thing, but it worked for the time. It worked, yeah. And then you had the death of a bit more recently. You had Captain America, right? He died, but I think he's already back. Like I said, I kind of tuned out of mainstream comics. I don't really care.
So
That's
let's
the
talk
thing.
about the iconic death in our time when we were kids or when you were collecting comics.
I saw Roland has his Captain America shield, so I need to counter it with my Batman.
We need
All right.
we need to talk about it because I just put my Batman shirt in the wash.
Well, I have this one for many years. I bought it somewhere when I was in America. It's a little bit tight because I was, getting bigger.
Yeah, we see your boobies. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's muscles, baby, muscles. Yeah.
For me,
Yeah,
one of the most.
I'm in character.
You are.
Yeah.
For me, one of the most iconic comic book death, I think, was the death of her name just slipped my thoughts.
Gwen Stacy?
It's the no. Detective the Wolf.
Oh yeah, from Spider-Man with the Sin Eater.
Yeah.
The storyline, yeah, that was a great one.
The storyline was good, and you already had this character, which was kind of a background character, not even really the side characters, like even further removed. But there was such a good relation between her and Spider-Man, a complex one as well, because he's a police officer. And then you had the Sin Eater character coming into the mix. It's just amazing. And I think her death, I hope it will stick because it's an amazing story. And that proves that nobody is safe, and hopefully stays dead in that sense.
Well, speaking of, in the modern comics now, they brought Sin Eater back. So, yeah.
You had to spoil it.
Yeah,
Let's
well,
see.
it's not a big spoiler.
Eastlyn enlarged the screen to catch the shirt. Okay.
Which one?
I don't know. And Sugar Chris is here. Welcome, Chris.
Hey, Mr. Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Excellent.
How you doing, man?
So yeah. So Marinus, what was your most, what for you the most impactful death in comics?
I had it on the tip of my tongue, but I forgot. Let me double check. I had it here. Oh yeah, now I know again. The death of Captain Marvel.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that one.
Yeah.
The right Captain Marvel, the best Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
The original Captain.
The real one.
The real one. Yeah.
Death of.
It was a good story. It was when I kind of started reading comics, so I didn't know the character very well, but the event that he died and all these heroes were there to say goodbye, that was really powerful. And the fact that he died from a stupid disease like cancer.
Yeah. It's this one, right? Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Not with the fuck off with the new logo.
So this guy, he battled gods, he traveled to distant planets, and then cancer kills him. That was
he was exposed by gas when his fight with the Nitro, I believe, and then years later, and I think that was a brilliant storyline, that years later there's consequence of that, what happened there. And so they do it brilliantly, but on the other hand, this was the final part then before he died, and it really made an impact to me, because he died. He died. Well, is it a hero? Well, yes and no. Well, he is a hero, but he died like everyone else, right? Not in a blaze of glory, not in a against a supervillain. He died of a sickness that everyone can get this sickness in real life. And then when he just passed away, just like that, it and all these heroes, still surrounding his bed before he passed. This moment here, that was, I don't know, man. It just, the impact. It took a while for me to process all this, because although I didn't know the character, but at that time I started to get to know him, and he already was my favorite Marvel character ever, because of his heroics, how he looks, his superhero costume, his deeds, his stubbornness. He's the perfect hero in my eyes, and he is written and maybe drawn by Jim Starlin, who was at that time very, very good with cosmic things, and I love sci-fi, and this was my science fiction character, and he just passed away, and then it was over, and I just I don't know what to do at that time, because he was gone. It was very impactful for me.
Yeah, and especially at that time you were kind of more inclined to believe that the dead will stay dead. And still, and I think he's still dead nowadays.
Yes.
His name has been tarnished. Sadly.
many times. Yeah.
No, not many times. I thought Monica Rambeau as Captain Marvel, or Miss Marvel. No, Captain Marvel. I thought she's a great character, or was a great character back in the day.
Yeah. I was not very accepting of a new Captain Marvel at the time. I don't know. It just didn't feel right.
But they addressed that in the storyline as well, and she took that moniker, and that was a good writing. I don't know how the new Captain Marvel got that name,
You mean Carol Danvers?
Maybe you know. Yes, that one. I don't want to.
She just wanted to get rid of
Yeah,
the
she
mist
just took
part.
it. She just took it. There was no, hey, no, she just took it. She decided, hey, I'm going to become Captain Marvel, and that's it. Blasphemy. Yeah.
Because before she was binary or whatever.
Yeah, she was Miss Marvel, binary, and probably that's it. Not entirely sure.
One of the best best storyline with her is that entanglement with Rogue and how Rogue.
Oh yeah. That was
became
great.
more powerful. That is the only good portion of that Captain Marvel version, in my opinion.
Yeah, Dean says Monica is my favorite Captain Marvel.
Yeah, she
isn't Shazam.
Isn't Shazam indeed? Yeah, he was the original Captain Marvel, huh?
Monica Rambeau, yeah, completely true, man. So Easlin asks, how should a hero die? Well, the cancer was very powerful because it shows us that these heroes are ultimately just human, just like us, you know.
Captain Marvel was a Kree, right?
Yeah, he was half Kree and half. I mean, as you can see here, I mean, this was the part that Captain Marvel told his lover that, you know, it's the end, and I forgot his name is Mentor or something. He just, you know, can look at it that, you know, this stuff happens between those two lovers and the impact of it, and, you know, you see here the emotions. It's there's no words, but it has it all in one page. For me, it's brilliant.
It's slow build up. It's a slow build up, and you know you're going to die. So it's a good writing in that sense, and you know you see it coming. And I think, you know, heroes sacrificing or giving their life for the ultimate sacrifice. I'm not always on board with that. Because sometimes it's so suddenly for shock value. I don't know. I like the slow burns because you get invested. You're already invested in the hero, and you already the emotions are getting up.
So if I can ask you a question, what do you think about Phoenix when she died for the very first time on the moon?
Yeah, I really enjoyed that storyline. Yeah. Because you saw it
that was
coming.
great.
You saw it coming again.
Yeah.
There was no other way. She could survive anyway.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted her death. So.
Yeah, and it wasn't just that she died for shock value. It was this complete story. It was about morals and ethics and sacrifice for the greater good. You know, it was a good story.
Yeah, it was also a good, you know, sacrifice, just like what what's his name? I forgot. Let me double check. Comicsmate says, you know, like Superman, you know, between Superman and what's the creature's name? Doomsday was the perfect battle. You know, it was, the stakes was so high. It was now or never, and then they both died, or, you know, in a coma or something like that. It's just great stuff. You know, that was a heroic, epic battle, and I really like that. Yeah.
I think Alec misspelled here when he asked what hero should be brought back over and over just to die.
Resurrection
over again.
DC.
Yeah. He means shouldn't. But the first version is
I think
it's pretty interesting.
The first question was better.
Yeah.
You should do that.
Well, you have this character from the Westlake Avengers.
Which one?
Mr. Immortal.
Yes.
And he dies over and over, and he comes back.
Just like the Resurrection Man from DC.
Right.
Yeah. I think Gwen Stacy should stay dead forever. But at the same time, I really like Gwen Stacy as a character. Yeah.
But she is still dead, technically.
I think it may change soon.
No, she's there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if she's.
The Ghost Spider or Spider Ghost is from another universe, and she's not the same character. She's more loose, And
Yeah,
the
she's.
Gwen
Yeah.
Stacy from the original Gwen Stacy from 616 was more, tidy.
She was the perfect girl next door.
Yeah, and that's sorry to go sideways because I really love this story, and I'm probably the only one because a lot of people really loathe the story. But there was a story about that Norman Osborn deflowered Gwen Stacy.
Deflowered.
I got. Okay.
Nice way to put it.
Okay.
And
Well,
I thought it brought so much depth into their character.
Really?
The only character I think that should
Okay,
be
I'm
deflowered
gonna burst
is-
your bubble, Roland. I'm gonna burst your bubble because in the newest Spider-Man, the very newest that's now out now, they tried to retcon that story because it was seen as the worst story ever written, or one of the worst stories. Spider-Man, that she has a relationship with Norman Osborn and that she get pregnant by with two babies, and then she acting more like a slut. I believe it was before that she hooks up with Peter Parker, or in between. I'm not sure, but it was so out of character. I hated it with a passion. Yeah.
No, it was not per se out of character because he was fooled by Norman Osborn because Norman Osborn is a manipulator. He fools everybody.
Yeah.
And I don't care if they retcon it because I won't read that story anyway.
Yeah. Nah,
But
yeah. Well, they tried to retcon it now. They tried to retcon, I believe, One More Day or something. Or
Yeah,
they
that's
want to
good thing.
retcon
That's
the
a
whole
good thing.
storyline. I'm optimistic. I think they weren't going to
thought-
go there.
Personally, I thought it was one of Michael Sosinski's best work. Right.
I wholeheartedly disagree.
What? One More Day?
Yeah, well, also the with the Gwen Stacy thing, it was atrocious for me anyway. For me,
That's Norman, outrageous.
yeah, Greta kiss to
Oh.
Norman. Yeah, it's just.
I'm so glad I don't read it no more.
Oh man, I just stopped. And indeed, it was in the time like Alec. Is it that Alec? Sorry, Comics Mate says. Between those timelines, I just also quit modern comics. I was done.
It was one
Right.
of the best Amazing Spider-Man runs, to be honest. It led into One More Day. That's true, but Mike Deodato draw that run, and but there are things that I think editorial pushed Michael Sosinski into, like the whole Civil War. I don't think he was into that, and revealing Spider-Man's identity. I don't think he was into that at all.
Okay.
But like I said, I know I am one of the only ones, but I'm such great
it's
fan
okay
of
to,
Gwen
it's
Stacy
okay to
that I
have an
like.
opinion.
No,
It's
because
okay to have an
Gwen
opinion,
Stacy
although your
in
opinion is
the-
wrong.
The Gwen Stacy in the 70s was kind of bland. She was kind of boring in that sense. So
I don't know.
Michael
I love her.
Sosinski gave her more depth, not by giving her more character, but more how Norman Osborn misled her and treated her. She was kind of basically raped in Europe at the time.
Kick
And
Roland, Dave.
all in parts. Okay, next subject. Because I was wondering.
I'm kidding, man. Yeah.
I was wondering.
Yeah.
You have sometimes these deaths are like a surprise, but they already reveal it nowadays in the title. The death of Doctor Strange, for example, is coming up.
Yeah, because nowadays
Why did
it's
they do that?
a tool to sell the books.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you take away the surprise that people are gonna die, right? If you let me read Doctor Strange, and then in the end of the book he dies, man. The shock value is way much bigger than a surprise. Indeed. Then they said, hey, by the way, in 2 months, Doctor Strange is gonna die. Do you know who else the successor is? Yeah, she's probably black, or is Captain Marvel, or she is diverse, or she's a trans woman, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think we'll have a new Doctor Strange in the form of a woman, a black handicapped trans woman. which is actually a man then. I'm confused with these things.
But haven't they done that thing again already? You mean Doctor Strange already passed the mantle a couple of times with Brother Voodoo, I believe, and maybe another person. I don't know. I don't know anymore.
That's comics. They always give a mantle and then get it back.
Yeah. Oh, I lost my powers. Now you have the mantle of the almighty Eye of Agamotto or something, stuff like that.
The Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah, like the Sorcerer Supreme. Without any training or stuff like that. It's crazy stuff.
And 12 issues later, I want it back. I want it back. Give me back.
Yeah. Exactly.
Sorcerer Supreme title.
It's trash. But this is a good one, Dave, by the way. Jirella. Yeah. This is one of my favorite storylines. I was deeply saddened when she died because for me, she was a very good mate and good partner for the Hulk. And then he loses her, and then, oh man, the fallout was crazy stuff.
Yeah, it was. This comic really got to me. I was very young when I read this one, and I completely felt for the Hulk, you know. This one really got me. Yeah.
I forgot about the storyline. I remember now again.
Reread it, man. It's,
yeah, I have it. It's
yeah.
It's. I'm not sure if you can find a part that he just completely lost it in Doctor Strange's house. That he was smashing everything, and then he realized at the time that he couldn't do anything anymore. He was just stunned by the fact that she wasn't there anymore, and he couldn't grasp it. He couldn't understand it. And then he was saddened, and that was a very humane moment. There was perfect story writing for me. And this was sad.
Yeah, here it happens, right? She rescues someone.
Yeah.
And then she dies here.
Yeah.
And look the expressions here, man. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
This is phenomenal work.
Powerful stuff.
I guess I again get goosebumps because Hulk tries to get to his girl while this bad guy still wants to fight.
Yeah.
Let the guy grieve. It still get me goosebumps. Oh my god, it's such good writing. They took their time, to develop a story and a character. Nowadays, it has to be instant gratification.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I reviewed the book on my channel about when the Hulk did go back to the micro worlds to bury Jirella, and the gardener was there to prevent them. That was also great stuff. And then he actually buried her there in some kind of a forest. Yeah, this was very impactful.
It's powerful, yeah.
Yeah, it's very powerful. It's crazy, right? That a couple of pictures on paper could make you feel something like this.
That's comics, man. That's why we fell in love with comic books.
Yeah.
And nowadays these comics they're just bland and boring and they have to adhere to certain rules.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. This was real,
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. Enough about Jirella.
One of the ones I haven't read. I'm ashamed for that. I have to admit, but I see it always. It's one of the most iconic covers. My computer is busy, so I can't show it. Maybe somebody else. Is the death of Supergirl during one of those crises at DC, where you have Superman holding Supergirl in his
that's
arms.
A famous cover. Yeah,
it's a famous cover. Is it also a very iconic death in that sense? Because everybody knows the cover. It's been homaged a lot.
Yeah, it was an iconic death, but I forgot what actually happens. He's, I don't know, sacrificed himself or something for... I don't know the whole storyline anymore. I have to reread that. Crisis on Infinite Earth, was it? Still got a poster with Alex Ross somewhere above
Mm-hmm.
the room. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot what's. Let me double check.
Can somebody look it up, because my computer's sluggish today.
I got it here.
It was drawn by George Perez, wasn't it?
Yeah. I can tell what's on here on paper. For the years, in the end, in the end of Supergirl sent shockwaves through the comic world in 1985. Kara was okay. Blah blah blah. When? While the Man of Steel nursed his wounds from fruitless attacks against the all-powerful Anti-Monitor, Supergirl threw herself into an ill-fated battle. Though quickly enfeebled by the villain's radioactive energy, she fought with valiance before succumbing to the Anti-Monitor's final coup de grace.
This was all before John Byrne revamped everything, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So which Supergirl was this?
It was I believe, the original Kara Zor-El. I believe.
Okay.
With the red headband and the miniskirt. Yeah. Yeah, that was.
I don't know. I don't know which Supergirl, because there were also a lot of those. Sometimes they were wearing a skirt or pants, and sometimes they just had a tiny emblem on the chest and not a big one on the chest. So I don't know.
I believe this was the original before all
different
the
costume.
cloning alternative realities thing. Yeah. Yeah.
It was not the half droid one, right?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
It was not the half android version, right? Or the synthesized version?
No. That was the protoplasm version.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not it.
And that one led into the Supergirl with the red cape, but was with white T-shirt with emblem on it.
Yes,
right?
that was I believe the protoplasm.
Yeah.
Version.
Dr. Rhino says instant gratification. Let things build up first, then reveal the big moments when the time is right.
Yeah.
I'm guilty of doing that at times, but thank God for edits before final release. Yeah.
Very good.
Well, yeah, you have to connect yourself to the character before you kill them off.
Can you come to who is managing the pictures, by the way? Are you doing that, Roland?
Yeah, I'm doing that. Yeah.
Can you go to the
I'm not doing it.
To the picture next to it, to the Action Comics. A little bit lower.
I agree with you, Dave. With you have to build up the character, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a character that's there for a long time.
There.
If there's a character that was introduced one episode or two comics before.
Oh, here.
So this was the very first appearance, I believe, that she came to Earth. She looks quite different here.
Yeah. This cover is also copied quite a lot.
Yeah.
I like the story of Many Happy Returns. I have the trade paperback of that story.
No, really? With this storyline, you mean?
No. But they made a homage to this cover in that comic book.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of homage comics. It's the same with going a little bit different.
It's not a homage comic. It's a really good storyline of that new Supergirl that at some point in the story meets the original Supergirl. But I don't think it's the Protoplasma Supergirl. It's the successor of that one.
Oh really?
Man, it almost looks like we're talking about Doctor Who. Which Doctor Who are we talking about?
Yeah, which is the real one? Yeah. But I don't like homage covers. There's too many. They're doing Spider-Man and the Wolverine now homage comics. It's over the top. Okay, that's my rant.
Let's talk about what do you guys think about characters returning from death.
Well, there was one character that I didn't saw it coming, and there was the death of Robin. I believe it was the third Robin, and then he came back as the Red Hood. I didn't know how to respond to that at first, and he looked way different. He had also, I believe, a silver streak in his hair, and he got a domino mask on, and I think that looked really, really cool. And then they gave him the full red mask, and it became a very popular character.
Is this from the
Todd.
storyline? Yeah, is this from the storyline from written and drawn by Jim Lee?
No, that was the death of Robin was. Just give me a second.
I don't think Jim Lee could write this.
It was Batman issue 482, the 28th from 1988. I'm not sure who was the writer at the time, but he was. What I do know that he was bludgeoned to death with a crowbar. The Joker did that.
Like
the
Joker, yeah.
Yeah, or wait a minute. Yeah, and after that, he blew up some kind of a compound that he was imprisoned in. So, yeah. So he got the double whammy. And then years later, do you mean when he would get resurrected?
Robert? Yeah, I was confused with the Hush storyline.
Let me double check when he.
So how did they explain in the story that he came back?
Okay. Resurrection. Let me double. How was Jason Todd resurrected? Is altered to resemble the original meeting with the Batman after is resurrected. Oh yeah, the Lazarus Pit.
Yeah,
of course, that's Batman thing.
And that was the part I believe with. I'm not sure if Jim Lee did it, but it looks like it when it comes to. I don't know who did the resurrection arts.
That's the thing when you have basically a device in this DC universe, the Lazarus Pit, that can bring back characters. So death doesn't mean anything anymore. Nope. They just have to go through the ritual to bring these characters back. The same with modern Marvel, with the X-Men. They have this island now where they live on, and most X-Men now have been replaced by plant copies or something. I'm not sure, but you can make clones of dead X-Men for some reason.
With the same powers, which is amazing. I mean, how they replicate the adamantium skeleton of Wolverine? How did they do that? It doesn't make any sense, right?
So nothing matters, if death doesn't matter anymore for Marvel and DC Comics.
No. Let me see if I can get a bigger picture. It's not Jim Lee who did this, I believe.
No. I like I said, I was confused with the storyline he did called Hush, but there Jason Todd was resurrected. Not really, because Clayface was imitating him. When he was fighting Jason Todd. When he was fighting Tim Drake, I mean.
Yeah, but maybe this is Jim Lee. I'm not entirely sure. But, I like the white streak in his hair and the domino mask. And he has a, some kind of a coat with the R in a different way with pouches. I just love this version better than, than this one. But that's my personal preference. I mean, this is how he looks now. He looks more like a, superhero stuff. Not entirely sure. This one, I prefer this one. This looks way more badass, in my opinion. But that's me. I mean, look at that. It's way cooler.
I think if the writing is good and valid and it brings something to the table to return a character, then I'm all for it. But sadly, a lot of writers are not that good that they can handle it correctly.
No. And he has also gone through a lot of incarnations, with this costume, which is not a bad thing. But, they lost the domino mask as well, which is a shame. And now he looks like this. This looks very generic. Oh, he's got a hoodie and a mask. Oh, God, yeah. So cool. It's been done to death by many, many other,
So apparently there was an episode of the animated Batman show where Clayface and the fake girl Robin fall in love.
What?
Nightmare Fuel. Okay. I don't know it.
Yeah, it was iconic. This.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the classic Batman, this is my favorite best Batman costume. With the gray and the light blue and the yellow. It's classic Batman. But hey, that's
when drawn by Gene Nolan.
Yep. Great stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
The problem is with comic book deaths now for me is when I see a character die, it's just I think to myself, well, when will he be back? Because they will be. So
yeah, they
it doesn't
overuse
matter.
it, I mean, there's so many people. I mean, Professor X was dying because he was infected by the Brute, if I'm correctly. And then he came back as a clone body, also a clone.
Yeah, what are the most irritating or lame resurrections that they recon and said no, he didn't die. His body kind of disappeared or was not found, but he or did they sample a clone? What is the most lame resurrection?
Tony Stark, Iron Man. He's been resurrected many times.
Really?
I can't
did
remember.
He die many times?
Yeah. There was a time in the Avengers that he went evil.
Palpatine.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah, that was a cop out.
Yeah. Oh my.
Yeah, that was a cop.
Okay. Yeah. I want to have a nice stream, so let's not go into there.
No Star Wars.
Yeah. The Star Wars fans.
No, not the new trilogy. No way.
No. Yeah, like I said, there was a time that he went rogue and he just killed the Wasp. And then a young boy from the past came into the present, and he became Iron Man, but it was not accepted. And then they did a retcon, and then the original Tony went.
Huh? Is it in the main? Is this in the main continuity?
Yes, you need to Google it real quick. And then Carol Danvers, fake Captain Marvel, killed Tony Stark, and he came back. I also believe as a clone, but they are best buddies. There's never been a fallout that she killed them. They are just, hey, we're besties. Oh man, I hate that character so much with a passion, Captain Marvel. It's not even funny. Yeah.
And the latest version of Iron Man, the latest version of a resurrected Iron Man is as a hologram, I believe. That he downloaded his essence. I don't know.
Yeah, and downloaded his essence also. I totally forgot that one.
Those things that's the Palpatine move. I'll download my essence into a new body, but this time my body's a hologram. It's too much like a Star Trek episode.
Yeah.
Brian Griffin, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, also. Jesus, so many. Who's been resurrected many times?
Many times even.
Wolverine, the Hulk died a lot of times.
Is it
for the strongest character? I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, which character didn't die? Let's talk. I think those are less than who did die.
Who did die? Who didn't die? Well, there's a lot of characters, a lot of side characters.
No, who didn't? Who didn't die? Which hero didn't die?
Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of.
Like the main characters. Daredevil died. Wolverine died. All the X-Men died at once, I think.
Captain America died. Iron Man
and how
died.
about the villains? Can we accept it from the villains?
Yeah. Well, to be honest, there was a great storyline with the Punisher, and that I forgot the villain's name. It's also called Red with the cloak, and he resurrected all his villains that died and then came back to life. It was a great storyline. I forgot.
Okay. Now you had this the Blackest Night series of the Green Lantern. He had this Black Lantern that resurrected dead superheroes.
Yeah.
And they were actually dead. still they were zombies,
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
That was a cool one indeed. Well, Deadpool died a lot, came back to life. Wolverine died a lot, came back to life. Man, those I cannot stand Deadpool. It's way overused.
Yeah, it's just stupid, man. They should rename it to Sick.
Yeah.
Wolverine is sick now, so he'll be gone for a little bit. When he's better, he'll come back.
Yeah.
Okay, so I found the top 20 deaths in comics.
Okay. Show me. Oh yeah,
so-
Jean Grey died a lot. Came back many times.
Yeah.
They did the stupid thing where they post the picture of the next one on the wrong one. Anyway, so Phoenix, yeah.
How about speaking of that picture, Ultron? Although I know he's a robot, but he came back
No,
many times.
Stay on the Phoenix, because Phoenix died a lot of times, but that's an entity that is re-emerging. But Jean Grey was the Phoenix, but there were more characters of the Phoenix, right? Was Madeline Pryor? I probably butcher her name. Wasn't she a Phoenix for a while? Or the daughter of her and Scott?
Yeah, also with then she became the Goblin.
Rachel.
Also, yeah, Rachel.
So what are we talking about? Jean Grey, Rachel, Phoenix, Madeline Pryor?
All the other ones?
They all died.
Jean Grey. They're talking about Jean Grey here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
talked about it. That's
Victor Mancha
Never
from
heard of
Runaways. Is this guy? I don't know.
it. Nope.
No, it's the guy.
we have-
no.
Died a couple
Al
of
Jordan.
times. Yeah.
Okay.
Even
The ultimate Peter Parker.
I don't care. Yeah. But did he came back? He didn't. He never came back, right? He just died.
No. He just died. But it was a good storyline.
Never cared for Ultimate. No. Blue Beetle died. Also,
Blue Beetle.
1 or 2 times, believe.
But
Came
all
back.
these characters came back, right?
Except for Ultimate Peter Parker, because
Ultimate
the
Peter
universe
Parker,
was destroyed. So it can be, Who's that?
Who's this?
Beetle.
Never heard of it.
I don't know him. No, I
Nope.
don't know.
Starman?
Starman? All right.
Yeah, that was a little bit before my time, but I know who the original Starman was from the Justice Society of
I have.
America. Yeah.
All right.
I think I have a comic of that guy.
Oh yeah, Doom Patrol. They died a lot.
The entire
always come
Doom
back in
Patrol?
different
Yeah.
incarnations. Yeah.
Okay.
Doom Patrol is actually a cool superhero team.
Is the series any good? I only saw the first season, but it wasn't
me too,
really what I thought it would be. But
I have no idea.
it's still going on. I don't know.
Hmm.
John Colby,
Colby?
never heard of it.
No.
Nope. And then we have, who's this? The Confessor?
Astro City.
Astro City.
I heard that's a
Professor
great
X.
comic, but never heard of it.
Earl Tubb.
Also never heard of it.
This is the top 20 deaths, and half of them I never heard of.
You need to read more comics, man. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
This one we know. Yeah, the best one.
This was a classic, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's still dead, so that makes him pretty unique.
Yeah, for now.
Still, yeah. Tommy Monaghan, Hitman. This guy.
Yeah, probably.
No,
Jason Todd. Yeah,
Jason
Yeah.
Todd.
that's a good one.
Oh,
No, we're talking about
Rewind.
from Transformers. Okay, does that count?
Yeah, why not?
If it's a comic,
Yeah,
then
okay.
we can talk about
It's a
the
comic
death.
book,
Yeah.
yeah.
I give it a pass.
Oh my God, what's this?
Archie? Oh no.
Archie
Archie,
died?
again,
Right.
I always keep returning. Archie
All right.
Andrews died. Oh God, I didn't know.
Death of Wolverine.
Yeah.
That was
Which
that was
which
a
one?
very boring storyline, in my opinion.
Yeah. every storyline that starts with death off is boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, then it's a gimmick.
This was
like this one, the death of Captain America.
This one was a really good storyline, to be honest.
Really?
It started from the story introducing the Winter Soldier.
Right.
No, but really, this was a very good Captain America storyline.
And who killed him? Basically, I forgot. Was it the Winter Soldier?
I think Sharon Carter.
Really? Okay.
Under. No, she was under influence of the Red Skull.
Yeah, she was mind controlled.
Yeah, the ultimate excuse.
And she shot him 3 times.
Patriarchy.
And they say here that he died, except he didn't, because he was actually stranded in time or space.
Oh, God.
Yeah, right. Let's skip that because that was terrible. It's terrible.
Wait a minute.
Story.
Wait a minute. Was that the part that he became Captain Fascist, that he worked for Hydra?
And no, that was later. That was later.
Okay.
Maybe it was a result of it, but that was, I think, 3 years later.
And then they oh no, but it's not the real Captain America. This is the real Captain America.
Yeah.
Bullshit. They fucked up. Barry Allen, the Flash, came back many times. Still one of my favorite characters, by the way. I love Barry Allen. He's a great character, I think. The Flash team are really good. And of course, Superman.
Superman, number 1. Right.
But he only died once, right? I mean, as far as I know, there is, comics pre John Byrne, from the 70s, 80s. I believe there is some weird shenanigans there as well. But this is probably the most impactful, as far as I could be wrong.
Right. Okay, cool. I had here 10 comic book characters who have actually been dead for years.
Okay.
Sure.
Right.
That's Uncle Ben, dead since 1962. Yeah.
Well, wait until we do the whole, universe thing. What you are saying, Roland? The
multiverse.
Yeah.
Well, then if he would return, it's not the Ben from the 616 universe. So I don't care.
It's gonna be.
He's still dead there.
It's gonna be Aunt Ben.
Gwen Stacy.
It's funny that they showed the Uncle Ben from the Ultimate Universe Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's a little bit weird.
Because he's hip, with the ponytail, but whatever.
Yeah. That's since 1973. Yeah,
still
that's
dead.
A lie. Yeah, it's a lie. It's a lie. She came back many times as a clone, maybe the real one.
Yeah, as a clone or as an alternate version, but not the original one.
I don't know. I can't keep up with it anymore. I can't keep up. Yes, best superhero ever.
Yeah, this was the time, 1982, when I started reading comics. So yeah. I remember this one. Donald Holt Dove.
Yeah, there was the brother of the other one,
Hawk,
and he died, and then the female half, Dove, took over. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Cool.
All right. Now I know.
Yeah.
Now I know the context.
What?
It was a great character, man. It was a great character. Rorschach.
Okay, so the current Rorschach is not the same guy?
No, it's a black one. It's another one.
All right.
It's another one? I thought Watchmen is finished.
There's
only one series.
No.
And then you had the prequels. I know they made prequels.
Yeah, but they
and there was this
Doomsday Clock. Yeah, the Doomsday Clock. That they introduced another Rorschach.
But they merged the Watchmen universe with the DC universe, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Correct.
Yeah, I'm not going to read that. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Right. So Thunderstrike, apparently.
Yeah, Eric Masterson. I never could get into Eric Masterson's Thor. He was not a bad character. He had some popularity, but it was not. I didn't feel him like.
No.
But he's way better than
Jane feel Foster.
Him. As a character, I mean. Yeah.
I would rather feel Jane Forrester than him.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
This was a good
Okay.
storyline. I like this
Daredevil's
storyline.
Daredevil's first girlfriend.
Yeah, wasn't she? Didn't she die because of drug abuse or something like that?
Yeah, there was something. Yeah. It was a very impactful, emotional storyline, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know who wrote it. It was drawn by Quesada.
Yeah.
I'm not really the biggest fan of him personally, of the guy, but he really did at that time made a nice art.
Mm-hmm.
For me, he blew it when he wanted to recon Spider-Man's marriage, and when he personally drew the comic himself of Brand New Day, because nobody wanted to draw it, or he was so adamant he wanted to have this comic that he drew it himself. But I like these Daredevil comics from Bendis. Oh, Bendis was it, the writer? Yeah.
Oh God, Bendis. Ugh. Okay.
All right. So Hitman.
Nobody cares.
No. And Panther.
Yeah.
Panther. Who's that?
Panther is dead because, if I believe correctly, Superboy Prime killed her. And
Who is Superboy Prime?
Yeah, another Superboy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
I'll
okay.
let it go.
Yeah. Too bad, man. She looks cool.
I believe she was a
character.
member of the Justice League International. Yeah.
All right.
Not entirely sure.
And finally, Goliath.
Oh yeah, is he dead?
He died in 2006.
Oh, I didn't know
During
that.
Civil War, right?
Oh yeah.
I think
he
died during Civil War.
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, you are totally right. Another great character, but he has growing powers and was not something special. But you know what? He wasn't a bad character. Just
he was just
why doesn't look, Marvel has this one black character, DC has this one, so instead of reimagining existing characters, bring back these ones,
because they weren't popular enough. They need to raise up popular characters.
I know.
That's why they do a black Superman and a black Clark Kent and okay.
All right. Cool.
And they are doing a black Batman now.
I don't give a shit. I'm completely checked out of corporate comics. Do my own thing now. I'm going to read your comic when it's out, Marinus. I'm going to read indie comics, and we're going to create new mainstream for the future.
Oh, yeah.
And DC and Marvel can't stop my balls. So
you tell him, man.
A lot of anger tonight.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Tell
me all about it. What is your anger?
Is there anything else we need to discuss about death in comics?
So let's go to the chat, because we were ranting and talking a lot, but what has the chat to say? Because
maybe the chat, knows a couple of few that they think, you know what, that person died a lot.
Yeah,
chat. What kind of characters did you? Maybe you thought it was good when one character died. Are there characters that you think that killing them off was
the best?
Was a good plan?
Well, not especially not in comics, but I thought the death of Optimus Prime in the Transformer movie was really, really impactful.
Yeah.
But I think it's related. I think those things are related with two comics.
Oh, Bone. Yeah. Bone, that's an old comic, man. Jesus, yeah, I forgot about that.
Bone, yeah. My girlfriend started to collect those.
Mm-hmm.
I think she misses one. If you put them all together, you get this with all the backs, you get one drawing and one piece is missing still. So,
a question for you, Marinus. Yeah. So, how many times do you think Professor X died? Because according to Alec, Professor X died a lot of times. And I'm going to count on your infinite knowledge of comics now.
Wow, that's a hard sell. He died when he battled Lucifer. That's probably in the 60s, 70s, I believe. He died with the Brood. He died. Now I'm having a hard time. He died a couple of. When did he die again? He died another time. I have no clue anymore. I just, I mean, at least 5 times, 6 times or so. 7. I forgot why. And I don't know how either. Wasn't he impaled once or something? Or did Magneto?
Yeah, but if the question is how many times did he die, is it really death? Did he actually die? You know, it has a completely different definition.
Well, it depends. If the original writer of that storyline intended him to die, but then a creative team later decided to retcon the death and kind of stating, yeah, he didn't die. He just was very hurt and he went away for a couple of years to recover. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's an intent. Well, I found a website. My computer is very sluggish, so I don't want to can't share it. But here's the 5 best Professor X death and the 5 worst. So at least he died 10 times.
What?
Oh,
wow.
Really?
Can you tell me how he died?
Yeah, you have to look it up. CBR.com, and then the Professor Xavier death best. If you can share the screen, because my computer is really sluggish.
Maybe Dave can do that because
so he
dying. Let me do.
The 5 words. I found it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your quickness.
There we go.
I know that the Sentry died 1 or 2 times. I know that Dr. Octopus died 1 or 2 times.
Yeah, also a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about the villains? Do we mind that the villains die and get back? Or
yeah, sure. I mean, the Vulture, did he die? Or Maelstrom?
Many times. And he got rejuvenized. He became younger even. He came back younger.
Yeah, Cyclops killed him. Yeah, okay. Let's go.
Professor Xavier deaths.
Real quick.
5 best. Legion Quest.
Okay.
Right.
You know this one? I never heard of this one.
Can't remember.
I can't remember either now. But
wait a minute. Did it cause the Age of Apocalypse? Yeah, probably. Not entirely sure.
Death caused Earth 295 and the Age of Apocalypse. Yeah.
Yes, nailed it. The other one with the grotesque.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
It's a villain called Grotesque.
Yeah.
They are
he
kind
hated
of
humanity
counting
because nuclear testing caused volcanic eruptions that killed his people.
Yeah,
I
would die for that.
Vaguely remember stuff like that.
It's a minor character, I think.
A bishop? Okay, I didn't know that.
This is all. This is not all. Oh yeah, that was a bad storyline.
Okay.
Yeah.
Worst killed by the Brood.
Yeah. There was a fun.
He was killed by the Brood. I have the storyline. How? But the issue later he came back, or not?
Yeah, they cloned him. They cloned his body.
Come on.
His body was transforming into a broad monster.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go on.
He died, but was brought back in a cloned body
by Shi'ar technology.
Thanks to Shi'ar technology. Yeah.
How convenient.
Yeah. The Shi'ar has the best technology.
Yeah, probably.
So Professor X was a clone after that.
Yes.
all these years.
So
Okay.
so all these years, I didn't know.
No,
I
me
didn't pay
neither.
attention. So the Professor X, the Professor X that died at the Messiah complex was actually a clone and not the real Professor X.
Exactly, and after that, he's
Right?
probably getting cloned again.
So confusing, man.
Hey, man, revelations.
But so wait. So he only died once, and that was during the Brood. And all the other times he died in the normal continuity, he was a clone. So he wasn't Professor X. So we shouldn't count them.
Wait a minute. When he died, when Grotesque, how did he came back?
That's a good one.
Let's go back.
Yeah.
That's all. Did they say?
What killed the entire storyline was that Professor X faked his death.
He
teaches students a
the
lesson.
fake that storyline.
It wasn't real.
I gotta teach you a lesson. But wait, go back to the
By
bishop
dying.
killing. To the bishop killing. How he came
This
back?
I wish I
doesn't
had a
say.
teacher like that.
It doesn't say here.
He was shot in the head.
Yeah.
Well, it's clone. It's a clone. It's not Professor X. He already died.
No.
years
It's
before.
okay. That's not okay. That's good.
Oh man.
But I
So-
wish I had a teacher like that. He faked his death to teach his students a lesson.
So the Brood is probably the real death, right? The original death, probably.
So far
For
we
now.
know. So far we know.
As far as we
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Okay. Let's go
Wait.
to the Ultimates doesn't count. It's
No.
another
Yeah,
No,
it's a
yeah.
different universe. So yeah.
Yeah, it's even destroyed. So
Cable in the Ultimates doesn't. Yeah. it
So the ultimate he
He
died twice also.
Right?
yeah, broken neck, I believe, from Magneto.
yeah.
And what more?
Okay.
However, the ultimate
Logan.
Logan. Doesn't.
Oh,
This
no, they
movie.
put the movies in there.
Yeah, that's
Nope.
Killed by
by
Wolverine.
Wolverine.
The worst.
Really?
This is the clone version, by the way. So
How did he came back?
How did the clone came back?
let me see.
Cloned again. You have a bad copy of a bad copy. Like a Xerox, a bad Xerox.
Oh,
wait a
right.
minute.
Right. That made the moment
Skrull.
that killed
He was a Skrull.
Professor. Yeah. It
That
was.
doesn't count. That's Jesus.
That's another cop out. Okay.
Yeah.
A scroll
He
took
wasn't
over.
Professor
Yeah.
X. Yeah, he wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay, killed by Cyclops.
Okay, well, this is a clone. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a
Well,
clone.
Scott was partially under
When did he come back?
control. Scott was partially under control of the Phoenix Force.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then became, the Scott Summers with the red suit. I love that suit, by the way, with the great X on his face.
It doesn't say how Professor
Yeah,
X came back here.
The
Well,
last-
but this is a clone that died then.
yeah, so
Yeah,
that was
the-
probably
Yeah,
the
the movie
last.
versions do not count.
No.
No.
So this
So
is
it was
probably
not-
the last one.
So
Yeah,
8
so-
times.
No, less because the Ultimates doesn't count. The movie doesn't count.
The
Okay,
Skrull
Probably
doesn't
5
count.
times.
Yeah.
And he only died once, and it was during the Brood. And the rest are clones that
Yes.
died and brought back. They cloned a clone. They never knew.
What a terrible story.
Lame. Yeah.
I had so much fun.
Oh, man.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Or not.
I think we kind of covered it, right?
It's
I
laughable.
think so.
All those deaths are
Yeah.
laughable. Really.
Yeah.
How many times did the Joker die and came back? Many times. Probably. Don't know.
Well,
Depends
some
on how
characters
many
you
Jokers
just
there are.
can't kill. Like the Joker, you can't kill the Joker. The Batman needs the Joker. So
Mhm.
if you continue Batman, you need the Joker. So you already know they won't go that far.
Unless it's an alternative storyline.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Well, it was a pretty good chat about death in
Yeah.
comics. I'd like to thank the chat for being here and for all your comments and questions. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you,
Yes.
Chet.
Logan was a great film, Alec. I wholly agree. It was a fun comic.
agree.
Boba Fett. Dr. Ryan says Boba Fett in comics also.
Multiple times. Yeah.
Multiple times, yes. Jesus Christ, man. It takes the fun out of comics, all those deaths.
Yeah.
To be honest, I really hope that Boba Fett stayed dead, but I really liked him in The Mandalorian.
Wait a minute. That's not. Oh, yeah. The real Boba Fett came back. Okay, doesn't matter. My head hurts. Oh, man. Yeah. Forget what I said.
Cool. So, anyway, thank you, Roland, and thank you, Marinus.
You're welcome.
Another
Always
good
my
chat.
pleasure.
Yeah. It was a fun show. Yeah.
That was a good one. And, well, maybe we'll be back next week or in 2 weeks. We'll see. Anyway, if you like this, please subscribe and share and like, and you know the drill.
And hit that bell button.
Exactly. And see you next time. Bye-bye, guys.
Till next time. Thanks for watching.
Doei.